It's day 19 of my 30-day Kingdom Hearts challenge. Today the topic is my favorite character from Hollow Bastion / Radiant Gardens. Radiant Garden, whatever. So yeah, much like yesterday's video, this is going to be a short one, because I can only elaborate so much about my favorite character from a certain place in the game. So, yeah. See, Radiant Garden, and the characters in Radiant Garden are the same cast from, the same characters that were in Traverse Town in the first game. And you got Leon, which, I mean, he's okay, I guess. Yuffie, I mean, if you watched earlier in this series, I said that Yuffie's my favorite female character in the series, and it's true, but she's not my favorite character from Hollow Bastion. Aerith is still there, Aeris, whatever her name is. I guess it's Aerith in Kingdom Hearts. Don't know why, but it is. Then, for some reason, Cloud is also in Hollow Bastion now, because apparently he was originally from there, and his backstory in the Kingdom Hearts universe ties in with Aerith, similarly to how it, tied in together in Final Fantasy VII. Speaking of Final Fantasy VII, Tifa is also there, another childhood friend of Cloud's, who, for some reason, they added, which I don't really get. I mean, I get they tried to play the whole Sephiroth thing a little more in Kingdom Hearts 2 than in the first game. Sephiroth was just kind of there, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, they built up the story as to what he is and who he is and why he's there. So I guess that's why they introduced Tifa, to build onto that story, even though it was a side story that really had no purpose to the overall plot. And other than those characters, you got Merlin, which is okay. But no, my favorite character from Hollow Bastion is actually Cid, and another character from Final Fantasy VII, which, I mean, of all the characters, of all the Final Fantasy characters that they include, most of them are from Final Fantasy VII, which isn't a terrible thing. I do like Final Fantasy VII, but there's so many Final Fantasy games out there. Why do they keep drawing from the same game? But anyway, I digress. Cid is my favorite character. I love the way they played his character off in Kingdom Hearts, in both games actually, and again, he's also extremely true to his character in Final Fantasy VII. He's over the top. He's smart. He's got the he's a technical genius, and yeah, he's just a great character. Yeah, and I think he's actually the truest character to his original, Final Fantasy origin. I mean, Cloud's pretty faithful. Cloud and Leon are both pretty faithful too, because they're the angsty, main protagonists of of their respective Final Fantasy games. But Cid, I think, encapsulates his character better. I mean, and Yuffie does too, which I do like Yuffie, and I mentioned that in my video about my favorite female character. But yeah, Cid's my favorite character from Hollow Bastion. That's it for today. Tomorrow, for day 20, the topic is my favorite form of Sora. For example, Halloween Town, the lion form, or his Tron form from Space Paranoids. So yeah, basically my favorite form that Sora takes when he visits a different world. So yeah, I will see you for that tomorrow.